What is good, guys? Charles from TeamCOG here, coming to you guys with the third round of the YugiTuber stream Tourney. And TeamCOG here is taking on YugiTube. If you guys don't know who that is, he's pretty renowned throughout the community. He does a lot of replays on YouTube. He is Goliath compared to me, which would be David. And if this is Crusade, he is not Jerusalem by any means. Jerusalem is winning the whole tournament, but this is definitely Damascus or Acre, if you guys are familiar with history. So remember, guys, if you also want to join the Crusade, please think about hitting that join button down below and becoming a member and get some awesome perks and rewards. Every little bit you guys do helps support the channel and helps allowing me to make content. If you guys haven't already, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out our sponsors down in the links below, such as Imperium Duelist, OPHIDIAN Games and Accessories, GAMETIME Cards and Collectibles, or TCGPLAYER affiliate link, all that down below. But without further adu, guys, let's just go ahead and jump into this replay. So I'm going to pause it and kind of commentate the best that I can, because there are some plays that are very interesting, as you guys will see, and I'll try to explain them. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and jump into it right here. So I win the die roll, so I get to go first, activating Waterfront, normal summoning Skipper, doing the typical Skipper combo. Skipper's going to grab me Parallel to Exceed, and then I'm going to special Boria, getting the Search of Magus to grab Draco, and then we're going to go into Spatha, using the Waterfront to grab Gameciel. You guys will notice something strange here, and this is where I'm going to go and explain. I have Parallel to Exceed in hand. Why didn't I activate it? Because your man here, your boy, playing against YugiTube, who is going by Gogata up above, excuse me, up below. That's funny. I have PTSD from Block Dragon, from Emancipators. So in my mind, I think in my hand right now, I have straight gas. I have the ability to play through the rock, even if he has the rock. So what I'm trying to do is hold my Paralytic Seed so I can make Dweller and hopefully force the rock on me. The reason I'm doing that is because if I have to make, I fear Block Dragon essentially. That Block Dragon was just too good, and at the moment I don't think I was thinking that Reflasia could also stop Block Dragon, believe it or not. But I just knew that I wanted to establish a Dweller. That's what I wanted to do, and I had the straight gas in my hand to end on Dweller and Gameciel at the bare minimum if he had the rock. So that's why, as you guys will notice, I did not summon the Parallel Exceed. Instead, I summoned Draco, add back the Arborea, which is questionable. The typical combo is Spatha moving the LP to bring out Red Eye's Darkness Metal, and in this tournament I did play with the new errata because there's no point in not playing with it. But here I'm going to chain block the Skull Dread by revealing Paralytic Seed. Skull Dread draw me 4 new cards, putting back 3, Exceed resolving. I'm going to go ahead and get the turtle out on the field, make Dweller here, summon Maximus, and climb on up into, as you guys will see here, I'm going to climb on up into Equimax. Now do take note, before Gameciel down here touched down, I went straight into Nibiru territory. So let's just put this in retrospective. The Crusade is whacking Damascus. We have 2 hallways to go down. One hallway is unknown, but we know may lead us into Nibiru territory, where we will get rocked, and we can smell what the rock is cooking. The other side is something we're used to, but it also gives us a little bit of, we got whacked in the early times of the Crusade going that way, so we're kind of like open to suggestions. So that's how come, as you guys will notice, we're very much in the rock territory. So we've gone past the rock. Gameciel's established, which means regardless if he was holding the rock, no matter what, it doesn't matter. Gameciel is going to stop the rock, and he's going to have to rethink about his career. But now we're on to the next phase of setting up and trying to, prepare for the next. It's now we're worried about Dark Ruler No More. We don't worry about the rock, but now Dark Ruler No More is exactly what we're scared of. Because all it takes is 1 Dark Ruler No More, and we're pretty much done. But coincidentally, as I've preached and tried to tell you guys, this deck has the ability to play through both of the prominent powerful cards in the format, such as the rock and Dark Ruler No More. So if Nibiru territory was a hallway, we're definitely trying to get up to the castle, the palace, to end up taking over and sacking the city in this game 1. But we still have to worry about the counter strike, which is Dark Ruler No More. So continue on. I set 2 cards, excuse me, and have 2 cards in hand, which of course I'm showing you guys, which is public knowledge, which is White Dragon and Arborea. So the 2 cards I set, we know for a fact is a CRUSADE Crawler, search it off of Regulex, and we'll just go ahead and play through here. So standby phase, we activate the Abyss Dweller, and chaining the Crawler. So now we have Crawler live. So this is one of those very few hands that we have the ability to, I wouldn't say few because it's quite often, this is one of those hands that we have the ability to stop Dark Ruler no more. As long as this set card here is potentially a set Crusadia Power, which spoiler alert, it is, we have the ability to stop the Dark Ruler no more, because when they smack it down, if they smack it down, we just chain power, and then we chain equal max the power, targeting and negating the Dark Ruler no more, because it's not in response to Dark Ruler no more. And I know a lot of people in my comment section will continually to ask how that happens. I promise you guys, one day I'm going to get Dark Ruler no more when I have it set up, or it's going to happen when I don't have it set up and I get Dark Ruler, but we'll go ahead and press play here. Grabbing us a search for World Legacy Succession. Lightning Storm coming down, negating with the Gamma Seal. Miscellaneous Source being dropped. We're going to negate that with the Gamma Seal as well. This right here. So this is where the Aurora, the Archaeosaurus comes down. So sadly, if you guys didn't know, he was playing dinosaurs, and I did this without knowing he played dinosaurs. This is just one of those, like, the stars were perfectly aligned for me that he was playing dinos. Like I said, I was fearing the Block Dragon more than anything, and possibly Eldritch, so I figured dinos were not even on my radar. So just the way that this worked out was phenomenal. And I had Crusadia Power in my hand. That was one of my powerful plays to play through the rock if they had it. But most importantly, guys, like, this is what makes this Gamma Seal, like, as busted as this board is, it can be broken. You just have to play against someone who knows how to play against this deck, because you can run yourself dry of counters, if that makes sense. They can bait all your counters out to where you're just down to, like, Gamma still doesn't have any negates left. And that's where, shout out to my friend Caleb, if he watches this. He played World Chalice, and he still plays World Chalice. He's the one I'm going to get the profile from once I'm able to make it back to locals. He's the one that told me how to negate with Gamma Seal. You always negate the first thing with Gamma Seal, and then essentially you let your opponent give you the counters, and you negate carefully. Coincidentally, Crusadia here has the ability to fuel its own counters in the sense of Equimax here. So Equimax tributed the Crawler, giving me a counter. So now I'm back up to 2 counters. So this right here is loaded for another negate. And on top of that, I have, like, Power 2, which will give me another negate. But that's why Equimax's negate is so important, because essentially in this instance, you can get 2 more counters if you negate the right thing with Equimax. Like, if this was a spell card, like, because I scrolled over his deck when I was trying to hit play, we saw he had Fossil Dig. So if he activates Fossil Dig, we negate that with Equimax, Crawler, and Fossil Dig go to the graveyard, give me 2 more counters. So, but do take that in mind. As busted as this board is, you have to be very careful with what you negate and fueling your own counters and stuff like that, because you can be outplayed. But we're going to see the Equimax negate the little level 1. He's going to link off, which is not smart in my opinion, because it gave us another counter. And now we're just going to kind of attempt to push for game. I know that the Link Creepo can tag off for, the Link Creepo here can tribute itself for cost, so Equimax won't be able to punch over it by giving Maximus, let Maximus do double battle damage, because it has to be over a monster. It can't be a direct attack. But this is where Dugaris here, who's still in my extra deck, which I've yet to cut, comes in pretty handy, as you guys will see. We're going to use Dugaris' effect to make Equimax 11,600, forcing the Link Creepo with a Dweller, and then whacking in for 11,600 damage for direct and like overkill. So if this was Damascus, we just blew through their defenses. So here we go, guys. We're in game 2 here. Game 2 is really interesting in my opinion. So I'm still trying to work out the side deck for the deck. In my theory right now, Dark Ruler no more is such a powerful card, we have to play it. But if you play Dark Ruler, it conflicts with the OTK in your opponent. So the theory that I have right now that I'm testing with it is Dark Ruler no more plus Crusadia Revival. Shut off their entire board. Equimax or Avermax, if you can push for it, can completely out an entire board. You just won't be able to deal damage. So if you play against those heavy combo decks, normally they expend so much resources in making those boards. Once you completely out them, they don't really have much in recovery play. And we're just as guilty as that as well. If someone outs our board, we don't really have such a very powerful follow-up. But that's my theory behind it. And also, like, Kaiju, one single Kaiju doesn't do enough. You can't play the Rock is. You can play the Rock. I actually am citing the Rock in this tournament. But the problem I have with the Rock is it's not good if you top deck it when you go second, because it's just a dead card. And then like things such as Spear Mode, Lava Golem, you have to pretty much hope that your opponent ends with an Appaloosa, so that they give you only 0.2, so then you can because you give up your normal summon, and this deck is very reliant on the normal summon. But so we broke through the walls, guys. We broke through YugiTube's walls, and we're going to attempt to get him in this game too, but let's just check out and see what happens here. He's going to opt to go first. Oh, we're going to go ahead and swap here. He's going to go first. Pretty much Lost World, Miscellaneous Source, like he opens everything. He actually told me in the chat this is like an old school Dino opening. But right now we really can't stop him. The new card coming down, that card is just so busted, guys. Get him Evolution Peel, destroying cards. But see, this is where I'm confused on what he did. He used the card to summon out Dogeron here. I don't know if he did that out of fear of Kaijus of my side, because he knows what I'm playing, so he knows now I can't Kaiju him. But the zone placement is really kind of licking my lips here. Equimax is kind of prancing here by putting it right there, where he pretty much just gives us a full zone. But that's kind of my concern. I thought maybe he might summon out Pranker Tops. You know, I thought it might be True King Dinos. So like I was cheering VFD, but he said he just didn't open those combo pieces, so I assume it's True King Dinos. But bringing out the Dogeron is very interesting. My only guess is he did that for the fear of me having a Kaiju. Otherwise, he might have want to brought out Pranker Tops or something like that. But the one thing that I will note here is what's really potentially could hurt him is this Dogeron right here in this column right here, because I don't even need to get to Equimax. Regulex plus Maximus could just do the deed all right here, attacking over and everything. So let's go ahead and play on. I draw for my turn. I'm going to go ahead and turn that token here, because as long as we control a token, we cannot target cards except for the token. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that token into Link Spire. Get that thing out of here. And then because he's going first, I kind of figured that this right here could be a Impermanence, a Solemn Strike, Call by the Grave. Whatever it could be, I just don't want to deal with it. So I end up making the Link Spider and then summoning Reclusia to the zone Link Spider points to, so that I can destroy and force that back row, so I don't have to deal with it, because my hand, I think at the moment, is straight gas, but we'll have to wait and see. So yep, right now it's a Devil Evolution Pill. We're gonna go ahead and summon the Draco from the hand, which, as you guys can tell, if I'm already summoning Draco right now, I'm not gonna go through the Guard Dragon plays. Draco will grab me back Reclusia for the follow-up on the next turn, if there is a next turn, so that I can pretty much pop another card freely. That's why Reclusia is just so good, such a powerful card for the deck when going second and disrupting and breaking boards. Moving on, Regulex, Guard Dragon coming down, bringing back the Draco, triggering Regulex to grab us, I believe CRUSADE Power. And this right here is where things get kind of interesting. So I make Equimax, summon the Maximus, use Maximus to target Equimax so he does double battle damage. I then will smack down CRUSADE Revival. That's right, guys, your boy here sided in one of it. And what I tell you guys about one-ofs, your boy gets to see them all the time. So I already opened the power. So now Equimax is 6,600. He can attack everything. I enter the battle phase. I attempt to attack into Velviraptor, which is game in itself, but he's going to go ahead and activate Ling Creepo. Now see, this is something that he knows I did. I added the CRUSADE Power. So by using CRUSADE Power here, Equimax is not going to get zeroed out. And this is happening. We're going for it, guys. Shoot for the stars, because if you do it, you can do 9,600 damage and win the duel. So, again, guys, that's essentially what this deck is designed to do. This is why I preferably play the CRUSADE Guard Dragon, if you can even call it that. I mean, we only play one Guard Dragon, or essentially, excuse me, we play this World Legacy Guard Dragon, then we play Guard Dragon LP. So we only play essentially 2 Guard Dragon cards in the entire deck. But what that does is gives us access to this. Like, we won the dice roll, we went first. We were able to set up almost an unbreakable board that could play through and play around the 2 most prominent cards in the format that can stop our unbreakable boards. Game 2, we have the ability to do this. Like, it's crazy. And that's another reason why I've opted to play this CRUSADE Power over Call by the Grave, is because this card, even though it is a hard once per turn, at the right correct moment, you pounce this on the field, your opponent cannot stop you. You are unaffected by everything, and especially in those, Avermax is a very awkward card to deal with, even though he didn't touch base here. He's a very awkward card to deal with. And when you combine that with CRUSADE Power, he's no longer awkward, he's unmovable. So that's why, and I've decided to play Power over Call by the Grave, and so far through the tournament, I have not regretted it. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been round 3. Round 4 will be coming up shortly. I'm hoping to sit down with Chainlink and do a co-commentary on some of our other teammates, such as Ferg and stuff. But the way life's been working, the way work's been happening, I don't know if that will be happening soon, or if those might be some future videos coming in after the tournament's over. I'm going to do my best to get them, but stay tuned for future content. Remember, guys, stay safe. And this is Charles from Team COG signing out.